Hello, everyone. How you doing? I miss you. It's been a long month. We took a mini sabbatical this month to get some things going on. We have really good news coming on. I see that you guys are already having fun. Hey, Sarah, how you doing, Morticia? Hello, Moonlight View. How you doing, love? We see. Hey, Cherish, how you doing? Good to have you back. Hey, Tracy, a good one. Yes, this is going to be a good one because we are incorporating new things on the live. Now, you see me, only me. Where is Elba? Well, the good news is Elba have the second shot of the vaccine against COVID. The bad news, she have a horrible reaction to the second one. She is having fever, pain in the body, pain in every part of the body that she didn't even know that she had before. So she's not going to be with us today. And believe me, maybe you're going to miss her, but I'm going to miss her the most. She's my business partner in crime, and the lives are not the same without Elba. So Elba, if you're watching, we miss you. So thumbs up for Elba, show support. She was trying to make it, and it says, honey, your health come first, so take care of yourself. Hello, Samantha. How you doing? Samantha was so kind. You can see it in our YouTube channel. We did another live with Eric Huntley on Unobstructed Podcast, and Samantha sent her pictures, and we read her live. And I have the pleasure to see your lovely face. I hope you're taking a vacation or thinking about taking a vacation. Hey, Nah. Oh no, hope she gets better faster than we expected. Me too. Believe me, doing the job without Elba and not having her here and being by myself in front of the screen, me not like it. The good news is the reason we take a month off is because we start with a new program about face reading. So stay still. We're going to be announcing that next week. And believe it or not, our YouTube channel went from 300 people to more than 800 people when we took the sabbatical. We should take them off more often. I don't think so, but keep sharing with your friends, keep sharing with other people. We really appreciate it because I know it's because you are putting the word out there. And you're not here to see my sad face on a Friday. You are here to see what we have prepared for you about Michael Jackson. And here we go. This time we got Michael Jackson face, and one of our students asked me, which face you're going to be reading? All of them. He has so many faces. You need to pick one. Samantha says, hi, Susan, I am on it. I'm taking care of me. Remember, you always come in first because you cannot take care about others if you don't taking care about yourself. Bolo on Susan and Elba, thank you very much, Sarah. I'm looking forward to our one-on-one, if I'm not mistaken, next week. And somebody is laughing. I don't know who you Facebook user you are. Oh, maybe you're laughing about the taking a month off. Like, yeah, what's the weird things? Well, I did a show in England who have around 15,000 views. And so maybe it's that, but I know you're doing a really good job of promoting. And I'm going to tell you something. Okay, I got this on the mail this week. One of my students sent me this. With great powers come great responsibilities. I love it. I love it. I had it frame it and put it in my nightstand. I think I'm going to put it on the office. That's the better place to put it. But I love it. I don't know where you found it, and you know who you are. You told me not to be named, but thank you. It's one of the thoughtful gift I ever had. Not because I didn't have another gift from my students, because it's just, yeah, it's my motto. With great powers come great responsibilities. So are you ready? This presentation is going to have a lot of audio and video. I've been collecting videos and audio about Michael Jackson, about interviews to show you some things that happened with his life. And the last video I'm going to show you has to do with one of the biggest duping delights that I ever saw on a video, and how you need to be aware when you conduct an interviews or where you talking with people not to give them the answers. Hey Joy, how you doing? Long time no see you. I haven't seen a lot of many videos of you lately on online. Spider-Man's grandpa said that to him, like, yep, and I said that to myself. Okay, Michael Jackson. But before the announcement, if you want to learn about the witchcraft that we talk every Friday, please go to humanbehaviorhackerschool.com. Again, new program is coming soon, and we're going to reactivate, start sending emails monthly. So they're going to start coming on Wednesday. The truth to be told, I'm really, really lazy doing videos. I hate doing videos and see myself on the screen by myself. So Elba, please get better soon. And if you want to know what we do and all the troubles that we getting into, go to humanbehaviorlab.com. Next week, let's go negative. Let's go controversial. Hitler and Gandhi. Why are we going to be reading them together? Believe it or not, there were a lot of correspondence between Hitler and Gandhi, and they were some features they're similar, and how the concept that we have today about, I would say, influencers. Actually, we always have influencers. Jesus was an influencer. So we're going to talk about the correspondence between them. We're going to analyze the language on the letters that Gandhi and Hitler exchanged. So next week, we're going to be talking about forensic linguistic analysis. We're going to be talking about face reading. We're going to be talking about body language and microexpressions. And we're going to talk about how the swastika coming from, because it's horrible to say that it's a good omen. It's crazy, but it's a good omen used for the wrong way. So next Friday, don't miss it. We're going to be talking about face reading, body language, forensic statement analysis, microexpression, and we're going to analyze the life and parallel between Hitler and Gandhi, and how we both were influences in a good and a bad way. Now, we're going to talk about Peter Pan. And actually, I found a video where an interviewer have an audio with Michael Jackson, and he talks about how he wanted to be Peter Pan, and it's the saddest story ever. And by the way, I didn't know, watching documentaries this week, I found out that Michael Jackson was my neighbor. Actually, he lived 2 towns away from where I live in Indiana. Crazy, we were neighbors. Michael Jackson says, just doing as well as you did last time is not good enough. Let's talk about Michael Jackson and his story. Michael Joseph Jackson, better known as the King of Pop, was born on August 29, 1958, and he died June 25, 2009. And I do remember that day really, really well. Because, hey, Mark, how you doing? You was the one who asked me what face are going to be reading. So I'm so happy to be here. Everybody, let me introduce you to Mark Luther. He is a retired hostage negotiator. He's a hostage negotiator trainer. And I have the delightful to be his student 2 times in a row in my level 1 and level 2 and 3. And not only he is an amazing teacher, he's an amazing human being. He helped people. He talked about active listening, and believe it or not, he have the right to be as cocky as he want for the knowledge he have, but he choose not to. He helped his student. He's friends with his student. Mark, is an honor to have you here on the live. Okay, Claire DeLune. Hey, everyone. Claire, we only miss Perry, and we are full. So we're going to keep talking about Michael Jackson. He was an American singer, songwriter, and dancer, amazing dancer. When I was looking for information about him, I was watching his videos. My God, this guy was able to fly. Mark says, LOL, stop. No, I will not going to stop. You know that I says that about you in private and public. It's an honor to be among your friends. So He made his professional debut in 1964 with his elder brother as a member of the Jackson Five. He began his solo career in 1971. And it's funny, I live not too far away from the mills here in Indiana, and his dad used to work on the mills. And I didn't know that his mom was a Shohab's witness, and by the age of 18, he never had a date because they considered even to talking to a girl was a sin. So, whoa, it amazed me to know his story. Nothing justifies what he can have done or not. I'm not here to judge. I just read in the face, I read in the body language, I go what I see. I always says, call me yellow, I don't care. I don't justify or accuse people. Is what I see is what I said. That is my job. That's what it means to be a profiler, to be neutral, to be Switzerland, or be whatever you want to call it. From the late 1980s, he became a figure of controversy and speculation to his change of appearance. And we're going to talk about, and by the way, I found the video when he was recording the Pepsi commercial when he get his scalp burned. I don't know how I come up with that video. I found it, so I edited from you so you can see the original one. He won 8 Grammys in 1984, the most ever won by one person in a single year. This guy had it all. My God, how the life of somebody who's so amazing as an artist. I grew up with him. Most people talk about the 80s like a vintage and the past. I was an adolescent on the 80s. I saw the first concert of U2 at the Joshua Tree, and I had the luxury to go on the 30th anniversary, who was really depressing because I realized then I saw the first concert when I was 15. And I saw with my friend T the concert reunion 30 years later when I was 45, 46. And like, holy cow. Even though the band who opened the concert was about like 23, 25 years old, they wasn't even born when the original concert happened. So for the ones of you didn't live the 80s, you don't have an idea. Facebook has nothing to do with what the fun that we have in the 80s. And by the way, thank God we didn't have Facebook. Most of one of us would be in jail. Lucy says, 80s were the bomb. Yeah, they were. How fun, Susan. Like, yeah, but believe me, when you realize that the first time you listen to the concert, we have vinyls, not for fun, because it was the only, remember the double cassette? Oh my God, I'm going to an old journey. Who is he? What are you talking about when it says, who is he? Where is Susan? I'm so confused. I am here. You don't see me? You don't hear me? Just let me know so I reestablish the broadcast. He invented gravity-defying shoes. He wore them to pull off his famous Lean in the Smooth Criminal music video. Remember when he walked backwards? He married Lisa Marie Presley in 1904, and they got divorced 2 years later, and Debbie Rope from 1996 to 1999. He have 3 kids. The Joy Catcher are talking to Susan. Yeah, I'm lost. I will be 48 this year, so I can still remember LOL at times. I'm turning 50 in January. And by the way, I'm becoming a grandmother the same day I'm turning 50. I really happy and depressed. Long story short, I have an emotional adopted person, lady, that is gonna be becoming a mom the day of my birthday. Girls, I will not gonna get over that. So I'm becoming a grandmother. Good for me. Now, I want you to hear this video, and please let me know if you can hear it. This is an interview when he talked about he want to be Peter Pan, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. Let's see if the audio is tall enough.
Peter Pan.
Hear the video. It's sad what he says if you pay attention and read between lines.
To me, represents something that's very special in
Oops.
my heart. You know, it represents youth, childhood, never growing up, magic, flying, everything I think that children and wonderment and magic, what it's all about. And to me, I just have never, ever grown out of loving that or thinking that is very special.
Do you identify with him?
Totally.
You don't want to grow up.
No, I am Peter Pan.
You're not your Michael Jackson.
I'm Peter Pan in my heart.
How sad is that? You guys can hear you. Can you put Y if it's yes and if it's no? I want to make sure that you hear it. We'll appreciate it if you can give me hi if you hear the video. And guys, what do you think about the tone of the voice? I don't know. Yes, hear it. Thank you, Nah. Did you hear the tone of the voice? Like how pause and sad and low? You're not. You're Michael Jackson. I'm Peter Pan in my heart. He was and is one of the famous artists that we have on the history of music. It's a before and after, and wasn't enough for him. He wanted to be somebody else. It is not that sad. Yes, it is, no? I feel sorry. So, 1976, my dyslexia is coming over. One of the things that beside the afro, I can relate to that. It's that, okay, we're going to start pointing on the face. One of the most significant changes that he have beside the color of the skin, there was a huge controversial that if he had vitiligo and not having vitiligo, again, no my problem. Yesterday, I was doing a presentation with a bunch of lawyers, and one of the lawyers says, well, what happened with the face when you change it? What happened when you change your eyebrows? What happened with the changes you do in your face? I don't care when what is the meaning for you on the change. I read in the face, then I see. Why nose? Okay, Sarah is on fire. 3 whites. That is a common denominator. You know what? We're gonna find out that Michael Jackson always have the 3 white of the eyes. It's something that it shows you. Cough, cough. A lot of talking this week. It's something that was a common denominator on his life. He's always was certain way disconnecting from reality. Why are we seeing the white on the eyes? Because he's always was disconnected with reality. He always lived in his own head. He always have his own perception of reality. Actually, if you hear again the audio video that I put before, he wanted to be Peter Pan. Peter Pan is never growing up, never mature, always live in the fantasy land. He named his ranch Neverland. He lived in his own reality and his own fantasy. Sarah says, gotcha. So, okay, let's see. Nice big eyes. Yeah, big eyes, but disconnecting from reality. Cheek are flat. Yes, one of the things that changed it, good call, Sarah, too, is that his cheek changed a lot. And he had a wide, big nose. Now, we have more comments. His own Neverland. Yeah, his own Neverland it is. Hey, AJ, how you doing? Hey there. Like always, she take the time to say hello to everyone. AJ, you are amazing. I adore you. Thank you, guys. You don't have an idea how much I miss this. I really, really miss you guys. So we're going to see the nose. Can you see the white of the nose? When we talk about the bottom of the nose and we talk about the white, it's someone who is generous, who care about others, who take responsibility for others, and is trained all the time. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Yeah, you get it. Why nose? Good. Why nose? Good call. Thank you, guys. Remember, the idea of this is that you participate and you start pointing features that either you want me to read or that you see. So when you have big nostrils, it's a lot of air coming, a lot of air go out of your body. It has to do with generosity. It has to do with taking care of others, taking other people's problems, and be less selfish. It's about others and communing with others. He have a wide nose. He have a flat bridge. He always have thick eyebrows. I was watching videos about him, and in an early age he find out something that I'm not sure that a kid should be known how to play with in a sexuality and sensuality. If you Google videos about Michael Jackson when he was younger, he learned in a really young age how to seduce others, how to make people feel that he's paying attention only to you, he's looking at you. And I saw a video, was kind of semi-disturbing, that he was playing with this girl when he was only 10 years old. He was like verbacious. How we know he was verbacious? Hey, Joe 7, first time here. I feel I grew up with Michael Jackson. Honey, if you are over 40, we are on the same boat. Can you see the mouth? The upper lip is thicker and the lower lip is thicker both. Thicker too. The upper lip has to do with our personal life and our emotions. The lower lip has to do with how we communicate with others and how we express our feelings. Hey, Lucy, welcome to your new Hour to channel. Welcome. It's so lovely to see new faces. It's a way to say I'm visual. Remember, I have small ears. I am a mysterious man and my face is incredible. I know who you are, Thomas, and I have read your face more than one. I have been here before, love this channel. Thank you very much for coming back. So they say it's not the first date, it's the second and the third one. One of the things that he have that I would say is when you are touching your eyebrows, you need to be really careful. Women are desperate to get the eyebrows like winged and like thicker and thinner at the end. What happened with his eyebrows is, if you can see, they start and finish on the same thickness. We're talking about the thickness. We're not talking about the shape. One of the things that didn't change is the shape. He always had pointy eyebrows. If we put a dot here, put a dot here, a pot here, we're going to define a completely well-defined triangle. He always have pointy eyebrows. But what he have in the beginning that he lost is, you can see that it start thick and finish thick, and it's thick on the middle. That's meaning that everything that you start, you finish. Doesn't matter how tired you are, doesn't matter how hard you need to work, you're gonna make it. It actually makes sense. His father was taking him to Chicago, Gary, Indianapolis, all the area of the Midwest to do concerts with the Jackson 5. And guess what? He was able to wake up the next morning and go to school until he finally started getting homeschooling. And actually, he never finished high school. You see, if you have a gift, you don't need. Not everybody need to go to college to make something with their life. I'm not condemned not to study, but when you have a gift like this gentleman had, what the heck? So you're going to see that he have a little exposure of the eyelids. Eyelids has to do with your level of intimacy. He was okay to be with other people, but he was okay to be by himself. We're going to see that if we draw a line on the end of the mouth, he have a small jaw. One of the biggest changes that he did, and we're going to talk about, we're going to expose two pictures together at the end. He have a small jaw, meaning that he was taking either compliments or feedback as a criticism. This has to do how we are taking things and how we talk to others. I'm sorry, I get distracted with your messages. I don't want to miss anything. Does the eyebrow shape seem to show a capacity of organization and a need from an enjoyment and social intimacy? Uh, it's not to do with intimacy, AJ. Has to do with your train of thought. Eyebrows has to do how we process information. So this is the processor. This is the intel of our brain. So you can see the scattered hair. The scattered hair is here and here. That is the hair that's going. That meaning that he had a good, really good BS filter in the beginning that he ended up losing. That's the reason again. Before you're gonna modify your face, if you want to have a consultation with me, let me know. I send you my calendar. Be careful while you're touching. Another thing, you can see the reflection on the tip of the nose. He have a round tip of the nose. You're going to find out everybody who have an artistic outlook, they're going to have a tip of the nose and the reflection. And one of the things that sometimes we put the pictures, we increase the quality of the picture. We don't modify the pictures or shading or anything like that. We put it in black and white only to see the shadows and the shyness. And you can see from all his face, even with makeup, the tip of the nose it shows has to do with creativity. He was born to be an artist. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let me tell, look at that face. Look at the smile. Look at the giving smile. Look at the welcoming. Look at the shyness on his eyes. Now, this is a picture when he was younger. And the truth to be told, I don't have Elba. It'll help me to organize. That's the reason I put the pictures on the wrong side. Elba, please come back. You can see that his eyebrows always were pointing, were less defined and less quantity of hair than he had before. Here, he had a lot of quantity of hair. This picture is taken 2 years after this was taken. You see the white of the nose? He was extremely generous, always making sure that everybody was so taken. Okay, I'm gonna bring you back, guys. Nice teeth, crooked smile. No, I wouldn't say crooked smile. You know what, Sarah? It's more like the hiding lines, the secret lines. He had a lot of secret lines, and when I found out a secret lines and at such a young age, I found out that his dad was cheating on his mom when they went to tour, and because he was afraid to break his mom's heart, he was keeping a lot of things without telling. Maybe that can be one of the reasons. His mouth showed generosity as well as extroversion, along with some sensuality, a love of taste, touch, and texture. Yeah, that can be. Yeah. Did he use his hair as an ornament and distraction for hating his nose? No, it was the 70s. Everybody who was African American who wasn't used the afro. We need to remember that was the 70s. I was born in the 70s, so I don't know what happened, but in the 80s, we went with the guys on the 80s and 90s. Remember the long hair, really feminine with the highlights. Every guy that I remember that I have a crush on have long hair. I have short hair since I'm 9 years old. This is the longest I had it since I'm 9 years old. And I remember always going out with guys who have longest hair than I have. AJ says, go with the afro. And you know what? Apparently it's coming back. So, what are the secret lines plays explain? Okay. LOL skulls. Yeah, I love skulls. Can you see? Okay, let me, Samantha. You see these? His mouth actually finished here. You see those secret lines? And as you can see, this line has to do with grieving on his business side, and this has to do dimple really, really, really deep on pain in his personal side. He's still really young. He never had a childhood. A kid should have a childhood. I understand movies. I understand the business, but you need to give a kid the chance to be a kid. You cannot grow long. This is an interview that I found. Again, we're going to start incorporating more things because it's not only face reading that we do. And since we grow in the audience and some of you says, hey, can you check this video? Can you check this material? This is an interview was done to him, and they talk about his appearance. And I want you to see how infantile and how immature is his demeanor, his voice, his micro expressions, and his body when the interviewer pointed to him what happened with the change of his appearance and how he denied it. Why I'm telling you this before to show the video is so you can pay attention and we can start triggering your brain to teach you. And this, beside to be a really nice social gathering next Friday, let's start with happy hour, because it's always happy hour someplace, that so you can learn something and you can utilize it, because the idea is always to try to leave other person better than when you met him. And here we go.
If I look at some of the photographs of you in your adolescence,
Yeah, I changed. People change.
but even after, when you did the Thriller album, your lips are very different now to what they were then. But they do look different.
No, sorry.
You don't
Same
think
lips.
so?
Nope.
You see the nope, 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 nope. It looked like it's an adult, or it looked like a 5 years old when he's reprimanded by the parents. Guys, tell me, what do you think? One side seems smaller than the right side. Joy, because I don't know what part of we talking about. If you guys, when you put a comment, if you can refer to like nose, one size look bigger than the other, because again, we have a lot of comment and a lot of happen in the chat, and I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss any of the comment. Intentional female voice, yeah. Contempt a bratty child, yep. Tracy says 5. Yeah, it looked like a 5 years old. Yes, it's exactly that how it looked like. Yeah, it looked like a kid. But the idea is that we start paying attention. Samantha says very childlike. Yeah, we need to start paying attention to the whole. We have the body, we have the voice, we have the words, we have face reading, we have the micro expression, and we're going to start landing the plane and start putting things together. And by the way, we have a lot of announcements. And guess what? The last Friday of the month, we're going to be reading you live. There has been so many requests that when we're going to be reading people live. So we're going to start talking about how we can make this happen, because I don't want to see your pictures before. So maybe either you send your pictures or you come up as a guest in our show, and we're going to start reading your face live. I think by this time he was over the interview. Yeah, Michael Jackson didn't like a lot of interviews. I was watching interviews with Oprah Winfrey and things like that. He never was too good, because he knew that he's going to be asked about his face and what's going on. But anyway, Michael Jackson was apparently very affected emotionally by the accident, and his hair being burned during the film of the Pepsi commercial. Actually, we're going to see the Pepsi commercial. I freaked out. I never saw it before. And when I saw the Pepsi commercial, it was like, holy cow, poor guy. It was, and between you and I, guys, the people who helped them took too long to take action. Now, I have another video. One of the things that I admire is when people can mirror others really fast. We're going to see where Michael Jackson met with Prince Charles and Diana. And I want you to pay attention. When he met with Prince Charles, actually, I make a box. He gave them the finger. He gave them the bird. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but he showed the body. You're going to see when he met with Prince Charles, his shoulders are back. His posture is more alpha, and he gave it the finger. But as soon as Diane came to the picture, I want you to see the mirror image between them, and how intelligent was Diana in mirroring people and make people like him. So pay attention to this video. It has nothing to do with face reading, but looking on documentaries about him, I found this video doesn't have any audio, so I'm going to be talking it over, but pay attention how mirroring well done is great, and how sometimes people don't pay attention to the details, but pay attention to the bird, because I was laughing my ass off when I was editing the video, like, oops, nobody caught it. So now you're going to see. Now, he is not mirroring. He's talking to him. You can see the shoulder. He nodding with the head, approving. He scratches his head. Now, he see him directly. Is 90-degree contact. Now, look at that. Do you see that? He gave it the bird. Unconsciously or consciously. And he pressing the lips continuously. Like, that is a fake smile. Now, look with Diana. You see the mirroring? You see both, how they both scratch. You saw his shoulders getting smaller, like he feels smaller. He leaned to her to listen to her, when in the case of Prince Charles, leaned to Michael Jackson to listen to him. And you see how they both mirror the image? Actually, Diana was paying attention to what Michael Jackson was doing. You see, he leaned to her. You see, she put the hands in front. Michael Jackson put the hands on the side, and when Diana put the hands behind, he mirrored her. You see how amazing is how mirror work? That means that he never connect with Charles, and he connect with Diana. You don't need to sometimes to see how is the relationship on how two people like each other. You just need to see how they interact. How they interact when they met. And obviously he felt like a small kid when he met her. Weird body language. Yeah, he have a weird body language, but he was meeting his idol. He says, LOL, like, yeah, I never ever saw any other profiler cutting that video. And believe me, have thousands of views, but nobody caught that he was given the bird. And actually it was like this way, like with a crossing arms, like, hello, like, F you. Anyway, I think he will be the same. I don't know. Diana was gracious. Yeah, she was really gracious lady. And if you want to know more about Diana, you can go to our YouTube channel and see the special we did. Does that him smart or her? Actually, they were connected. There was an immediate link. When one of the things that I miss that now that we're going back to lockdown here in Chicago is, and we need to start using masks all the time, is that you cannot see people on bars to see how, for example, when somebody do that and start moving the glass on a date, how people start mirroring each other. I do think that she is mirror him first and he follow. I have the feeling that as soon as she made the connection, he was follow. And you can see the recording after. That's the body language is showing he loved Diana, but not Charles. Hell yes. Hell yes. The respect was for Diana, but not for Charles. Charles' body language seems threatened and possessive right here. Yes, and you can see both heads, and you need to understand these people are trained in how to lean to each other. Diana always have like the puppy eyes, and you can see even with puppy eyes, it's really difficult to see the wide part of the eye, but we show that when we did the special. And again, one of the reasons we're going to start putting videos and real images about people so we can see how the body and the faces move. But Diana always have like puppy eye. Charles word is more alpha, but still I don't think is alpha enough. I think he goes more to the beta part. Okay. Okay. Charles' body language seems okay. Possessive. Joy says he might be trying to hold back his excitement. I think you're talking about Michael Jackson. Can be. He loved her, and he always says that he admire her to death. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is where the changes start happening. For the ones who love the white part of the eyes, can you see this? Can you see how the side change? It's like empty. Nobody's home. Hello, where are you? Nobody's home. Now the cheeks. Now he have the first of the second surgery. Now you can see the white of the nose change is thinner. What happened with noses is when we have a wide nose, is a person who have a big umbrella, when have a lot of support. The crazy part is more successful he become, more isolated he become, his nose start getting smaller. When you find somebody who have a small nose, it's a person who is self-made, who need to go against everything to make it happen. But what is worries me that he says that in the interview we saw before, that he changed the shape of the nose and he did only 2 surgeries. And actually, I was reading about his autopsy, because the first thing everybody want to know, how many stitches he have. He was like a sofa, all full of stitches all over the head, behind the ears, here on the surface. If you can see here, you're gonna see this is not a wrinkle. This is on a scar. I need to have an operation, and they open my neck completely. And I have a lovely doctor that I love to death, because he was considerate enough that besides saving my life, he was worried about that. He didn't want to leave me a big scar. But now that I'm getting older, it looked like a huge wrinkle when it's a scar. That's how well surgeries get done. Actually, he is the son of the woman who did the first facial transplant. So he did one of his residencies and plastic surgery. And believe me, this dude was able to pay the best plastic surgeries on the world. Now, you're going to see that one of the things that never changed, even though he did a lot of surgeries, is the shape of the eyebrows. 1.3 triangle. The space between the eyebrows was the same. He kept the same amount of eyelid exposure, but it's creepy how much wide of the face you can see. His face by implant and fillers. Remember that the fillers start on around 2001. He died 2009. By the way, I was with friends having a week on the beach on a spa, when we hear about the Michael Jackson news, and all my friends were ballistic and ruined our week. And I never gonna forget when she ran. I was getting a sweet massage, and she's like, "Oh my God, Michael Jackson is dead!" Like, you couldn't wait 15 minutes. I finished my massage. No. So now we're gonna start seeing that the nose is thinner. The lips still the same. Can you still see, Samantha? You asked. Are the secret lines. The cheeks start getting more popping, but more angular too. You're gonna see that it start having the 40-degree angle. You're gonna see that again. You see the tip of the nose again, super shiny. He always was an artist. Okay, and he start getting the skin lighter. Look like one of the zombies from Killer Thriller. Yep, he does. His eyes seem way larger. Yep, when you stretch, they look bigger. His eyebrows are longer and thinner. Yes, he start losing that willpower that he have. That's the reason is before start pulling hair, find out what happened with face reading. I can't believe that nose only had 2 surgeries. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he would have $1 for every time that he lie about his surgery, he would have another millionaire setback. His coloring look odd too. Well, because he start whitening his face. When you are African American or you have dark skin, flashing on the face is less propense to be showing. Since he start widening his face, now you can see when he blush. That is a horrible. Doctor will keep doing it for money. Not ethical with surgeries like that, care done in excess. Actually, I found an interview about the doctor and says, well, I did ethically everything that he asked me to do. And at the end of the day, he paid me. He wanted, I did it. I hope he lost his license. Like the doctor who was giving him so much BS met. More arched his eyebrows. Not yet. Wait for it. If you think this is arched, you're gonna see Joy what has arched and pointy eyebrows later. Mike was demanding, like, yeah, he was. He bought those chicks. Yeah, he bought those chicks. Now we start seeing a little bigger and a straight chin. When he was younger, he had a round chin. Round chin has to do with the zone 3 and has to do how we communicate with others. He have a big nose, a wide nose, and a round chin. When he was younger, he was soft, he was sweet. If you watch the interviews when he was a kid, there's not to, I think it was more mature when he was a kid, the way that he talked when he was an adult. But he was sweet and nice, and he become bitter and nasty. Someone has said he had vitiligo. Is that a light? Yeah, Lainey, again, I haven't seen you before. Thank you for being here. That's what I'm saying. He says that he has vitiligo. I don't know if it's true or not. The point is his skin changed a lot. So I don't know if any of you guys have information and can find that he had it. Let me know. You know, you are our producers. It says that by changing his look, changing how people respond to him, that left him with a dichotomy of public perception and innate self-image. What do you think, Susan? Well, he recluded himself at the end of the years and started making people come to him. He get hided. He didn't want it to be see people. He doesn't want it to be around a lot of people. He become an hermit. Hey, JJJ, my man. What a surprise. I love seeing your content. Very interesting to witness you at work. You are on top-notch professional, and I am glad to know you. I'm glad to know you too. If you ever want to know how much your computer are exposed every time that you watch naughty things on YouTube or in your computer, JJ is your man. He can make sure the Pentagon is safe related to computers and more. The autopsy says he had vitiligo. Thank you, Lucy, very much. I haven't read it, but I trust your judgment. Wait a minute. You're here. Should I trust your judgment? Maybe not. But I'm going to go with this in this. I'm going to go with you in this. He was pinky them. Yep. Because he you can start seeing the blood flashing on the face. Okay, Tracy says autopsy did indicate vitiligo. Thank you. I have to leave. Dot kids. Talk to you. Bye, Sarah. See you, Nate. See you later. You can see it later, the replay. Yes, I know a lot about him. Great. We have a fun. Somebody in Facebook says, Susan, he was diagnosed in 1986 with vitiligo. Sarah. Hey, Sarah. How you doing, love? We did a live with Sarah a couple of weeks ago. It was amazing. And Instagram, thank you for inviting me. My daughter had it, but she's very white and can see it as much. Again, he did have vitiligo. Thank you, guys. Great producers. Start looking information about Hitler and Gandhi for the next week. So this is the video where he got his skull burned. You don't see too much, but if you get impressed easy, don't watch it. It take around 20 seconds from him start burning to until somebody assisting him. Like, dude, you have Michael Jackson, you're Pepsi. 20 seconds? How? Pay attention. Here you see? He's burning. He's freaking burning. You want to see it again? It says that's mean he has other autoimmune disease, so he has other stuff to wonder how that affect him. No idea. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist, and I want to be really careful regarding medical advice. I am not. But if we have anybody who's a nurse, a doctor, and you want to pitch on what else vitiligo can affect you, please be our guest. Hey, Mark, how you doing? My number one fan in Twitter. Thank you, Mark, for always liking my comments. Hello, Susan. That version of MJ was my childhood hero. Yeah, it was for a lot of people. I always says, when you don't have too many things to remember about someone, try to remember the good things. If he was part of your childhood, go for it. Isis, hi, Isis. Stress and trauma are a determined cause for vitiligo. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That trauma and stress can determine vitiligo. Have a hard year, and most American and people around the world have a huge, stressful last 2 years, and I don't know what is going to come in next. So probably we're going to start seeing more things related to that, but also genetic and autoimmune. Thank you very much, Isis. Like I always says, guys, you are our number one producers. His scalp severely damaged by the fire. He was permanently bald after. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's put it again. Again, I'm not trying to be putting the finger of salt on the wound, but let's see how long. We need to remember that I cannot imagine how much product he have and how much spray he have in the hair, and the way they catch fire. It was like phew, everything is burned. Okay, let's watch the video again. Sarah says it looked like they might have thought of glimmer of his head was light, but then saw it was fire. Sad. That's what I'm saying. He was burning for 20 seconds. First of all, maybe I'm not Michael Jackson, and let's clarify this. When I need to present either in person and Zoom, because I'm an introvert, I get like sick of my stomach. But as soon as I get here and I'm doing what I know to do, your adrenaline goes so up, and your dopamine, your stimulus, your oxytocin. See you guys here. I miss you. You're always so amazing. My adrenaline, I forget about things. I forget if my makeup is good, if my hair is bad or not. Can you imagine this guy with hundreds of people around him recording a video for Pepsi? The adrenaline is so high. Maybe he even wasn't aware that what happened. I do a lot of training with the police, and I have talked to people that says, I didn't feel that I was shot because they weren't pursuing a suspect. They got shot, and they don't realize until someone says, hey, dude, you're bleeding. And that's where, like, when they're conscious and start feeling the pain. So I cannot imagine how much adrenaline he got there and realized. But security, makeup, cameraman, musicians, really 20 seconds? It's crazy. Good point, Susan. I guess about the adrenaline. Like, yeah, when you have adrenaline, you tend to lose perspective at what has happened around you. So good that I found the video. Now we can understand how severe was the burning that he had. This is after he had surgeries. Sarah is not here. Morticia, she loved the white part of the face. Joy, remember when we was talking about the pointy eyebrows? These are pointy eyebrows. By the way, they're painted. I don't think we have microblade. Microblade, I think it's around us for the last 4 to 5 years. So I don't see insightful reading. Thank you, Professor. He put the fire out himself. I think so. I don't think that by the time they assist him, he ended up putting the fire himself when he spin.
It's crazy. You can watch the video again. He loved Egyptian. It remind me of an Egyptian king of art. Possible. I didn't know that about him. Guys, keep going. Best producers ever. Now we're gonna see the mouth. Do this with your hand. Cover his eyes and look down. He's super feminine. No complaints. Hey, I have friends and all the colors and shapes. I'm not criticizing, but he have this masculine approach and masculine face, and he went to a completely child androgynous persona. He was completely androgynous. And again, it's not a criticism. I know they're gonna come up to my neck. But I'm talking about how he changed, how he represent himself, how he exposed himself in front of others. So let's go for him. It's crazy. Even with all the surgeries that he have in the nose, you still can see the tip of the ball. His nostrils were triangular. Do you know that you can read not only the size of the nostrils, you can read the shape of the nostrils too. Those nostrils it's about me, 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 me. He went to this giving person, caring person to, it's about me, 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 me. I'm the center of attention. The nose become thinner and longer. His mouth, his secrets start happening more in his personal life than his business side. You see the secret lines, Samantha, that you always ask for this? You see how big they are? Obviously, they're painted. The skin is completely white, not only on the face and all the body. You can see the arm, you can see the chest. His chin, now he have a cliff on the chin. We're gonna see it on another picture. Cliff on the chin, big. Now, let's put it this way. He have a bigger chin, he have a straight chin, and he have a cliff on the chin, and he have a moon lower lip. Has to do with sexuality. It has to do with the person is sexual and is playful, and that would happen with his face. He's still having the same amount of eyelids showing, but the white part of the eyes is freaky. It's freaky. And the worst part, this guy have a troop. I cannot imagine how many people were around him. Neither family, neither friend, neither managers, nobody was there to help him, to say, hey, dude, you're sunk in yourself. When you have somebody like that, there's so many people around them. They're like leeches seeking from the money he does. Then I guess that would happen. It. Okay. Creepy? Who want to go with me? Creepy, 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 creepy. This is the mugshot. Now, what you can see here is not only the three part of the eyes, you can start see some white sclera on the top. There is the mugshot. Now you can see the DBA septum. This picture wasn't retouched. He wasn't wearing makeup. He wasn't wearing anything when the mugshot was taken. You can see that he still have a deviated septum. He still have the ball on the nose. The eyebrows were really, really pointy. And he lost the scattered hair. He lost the hair that allow you to determine when to have a good BS filter. Lenny says, creepy. Thank you very much. I'm not the only one thinking. It's true. There are into money and intimidated by his fame. Many use him. Like, yeah, I cannot imagine when you get to the point of fame and money that he made to many people. Even after he died, some people says he was killed. Not my point to say. They still making money. This person was making a lot of money for a lot of people. His eyes say me, dead soul. Thank you, Tracy. That's what I'm saying. He's empty, like, hello, it's somebody home? We're going to see a picture of him when he was a kid. He was a lovely kid. There was nothing wrong with him. The nose really, really, really thin, that even though after all the surgeries he still have deviated septum. So I don't know. I don't think that the surgeries was to fix that. Maybe it's on purpose so he can reach higher notes, like he says in the interview. No idea. Oh boy, that mock job. He looks stunned, shocked, but scared into. Yeah, he's scared to death. You're Michael Jackson and suddenly you're in jail. Hello? Hello? He is scared. Now you can see he never smiled. Did you see all the pictures that we have? When he was a kid, he had this welcome smile. He lost it. He didn't have a smile anymore. When you smile and you show in your upper teeth and you show your gums, it's when you're giving, not a taker. He lost the ability to smile. So remember when I says that being famous and having a lot of money doesn't mean that you're not still living in a jail, and a jail that can be made by gold, but it's still a jail. If you can put a bear on the and the biggest cage, it's still a cage. Birds don't sing because they're happy. They sing because they are caged. Do you know that? I love to watch Animal Planet. We learn so much about behavior watching animals, and like how a hyena small can catch an elephant. Use a strategy. It's the same. Well, he was in a cage, and I think that he sang because he was caged. It's like he was wearing a mask. You know what is the worst part, Isis? That was his face. He wake up every morning and watch that face on the mirror. How somebody can be so deformed and a form. Professor, you probably know the right picture, the right word when somebody have amorphia. He had so much amorphia about his own reflection that he couldn't stop. And I do know people who does tattoos, guilty, right? At one point says, no more tattoos, Susan, is enough. And plastic surgery, they don't know how to stop. The same way that when people start putting Botox on the face, it says, be careful because you're going to stop having feelings and you're going to start having depressions. There are studies done where kids have parents who have too much Botox, and the same faces when you're angry and when you're happy. The kids don't know how to establish boundaries, and they don't know how to protect themselves, and they're more propense to be bullied because they don't understand between anger and happiness if they don't develop a good cue on the tone of the voice. So be careful what you do with your face. Please, your face is the map of the life that you live. There's nothing wrong with that. Leave it, own it. The cheeks look so much more sunken. You can see the shape of the skull when looking at this picture. Great. You just give me an intro. We're going to talk about cheeks. Remember that I told you the cheeks start getting sunken? Has nothing to do with weight. Has nothing to do with anything else more than what is the reflection in your face, what you're doing with your face. Now, you can see that his cheek become 45 degrees. It's something that usually you see more in women done than in men surgical ways. But he have, I don't know if he have implant or have fillers. I don't think fillers can make such a significant, because in order to get so bony, you need to carve some muscle and skin on the side of the face. Now, if I need to just read this face without knowing everything that he went through, I would say he's a warrior. And he was a warrior. Believe me, you don't get where he got only for having talent. We have a world full of talented people and they don't made it. He was intelligent enough to made it. He was a warrior. The bad news is he lost the war too early, too soon. The lips start gaining. I have Lena Cisco. When we were with Lena in Virginia Beach together, she was telling me about a person who keep putting fillers on the lips, and the fillers disappear too fast. Like they're going out. Because doesn't matter how much you change something in your face artificially, if you don't change the link on your brain, on your personality who is related to that, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to happen. So even though his lips were thinner, at one point started getting pumping again. He did it in purpose. It happened naturally. We don't know. We just feel we are just following the correlation with the different pictures. Honestly, I thought, oh my God, yes. Honestly, I think he wants to look like Diana Ross. Actually, I didn't know he met Diana Ross in New York the first time that he would travel alone when he was still a kid, and he have an adoration by Diana Ross. He looked like a Halloween costume of Diana Ross, Moonlight. What do you think, guys? Okay, Isis. Like facial dysmorphia, guilty about the tattoos too. Yes, Isis, yeah, that's what I was saying, is facial dysmorphia. People get disconnected of the reality, the how they look. And by the way, since we are been having so much Zoom, do you know what is one of the professions who have more waiting lists beside handymans? Plastic surgeons. They have even up to 6 months of waiting list, because now we're seeing each other all the time. And the same way that you saw cracks in your roof, believe me, half of my house is being remodeled because I see things that I never saw before since I moved. We have this facial dysmorphia that is nothing wrong with our face. Is that we see it so often that we start seeing things that maybe they are not there. Guilty of tattoo, like, yeah, me too. But that's the reason I told my tattoo artist not taking appointments from me anymore. They maybe have removed that fat pad in the cheek. Probably. I don't know how plastic surgeon work. And the truth to be told, I didn't want it to go to a plastic surgeon to ask too much, because it's not the why, it's the how he look. Make sense? It's why he did it. It's his problem. How he look is how we and what we're reading. Okay. Anything else that you see on the face? One of the things, there is a consistency since he started doing plastic surgery, is he started looking worse and maximizing the same features. But again, the tip of the nose never changed it. That will be my nightmare, being in the public eye and everybody constantly wanted a piece of me. Yeah, I think it's everybody's nightmare. Okay, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the last picture before we do the comparison, and I'm going to show you part of his testimony when he was deposed for one of the cases that he was accused. Look who showed up. People are so used to seeing their faces with filters that they don't want their faces as they are in real life. Where were you? I know where were you. It was in the interrogation room. That's the reason you wasn't on time. Bad boy. Nice to see you, Perry. We miss you. The ladies were crazy without you. One of the things that, do you know that October is dating month? Because everybody, most on places where you have different seasons, from October to May is the time where everybody start dating. And I was talking with dating coach, and she was telling me that it's amazing how many women are using filters on their faces, like butterflies and crown and things like that. And how dangerous that, because you setting unreal expectation. If somebody's gonna love you, a little pouch, a little cellulite, a little baldness, you are who you are. But setting wrong expectation to who you are, and when they meet you, they're gonna feel deceived. You don't want to be lied. Don't lie about yourself. You cannot accuse others to do that. I used to have a trainer who, she was over 60 years old, and she kept saying that she was 50 and trying to date guys on the late 40s. And she always complained that the guys dropped her where she was real about her age. She looked amazing, but she was lying. And she complained the others lie. Don't lie about yourself. You don't want to be lied to. Sorry, I'm late to the party. You're rocking this solo show. Don't give me the sugar coated. No, nope, you were late. Susan, we were discussing how many Michaels wanting to look like Diana Ross. We went off the topic. Sorry. No. Guys, this is your show. I'm just the host. This is not a show. If I want to do a show about me, I will record the show, don't care what you says, and put it out there. the reason we're doing this live, and again, miss you, Elba, to death today, is because we're enjoying with you. This is your party. So whatever you want to be talking, let's talk about that. We can go out of topic anytime, as many times you want to. Hey there, Perry. The party also start when Perry gets here. No, today, you're in the cage today, Perry. I'm going to give you a hard time. Preach it. Natural beauty is best. Own who you are. Body dysmorphia. Yes, body dysmorphia too. If you go into the gym, you see people, has nothing to do with gender, people looking at themselves. Nobody else is looking at you, dude, girl. Good for you. Your ass is a rock. You spend 3 hours in a gym. Have you read a book lately? Thank you. Okay, this face. One of the things that it's creepy, and I think I'm going to use the two comparison pictures. Can you see if we draw a line from where the mouth ends? You're going to see how different the chin is. The chin is big and square. It looked like a bulldog. It looked like the feminine attributes that he was having a couple of years before. At the end of his life, this is a picture taken of him at the end of his life. His eyebrows never went completely to round shape, but they start getting a little rounded. He was needing more people around. That's where the kids start growing. He was showing more eyelids. He showed less white sclera on the business side, more white sclera on the personal side. But one of the things that was clear, he started being like a bulldog. Actually, can you see the shadow behind the cheek, how straight it is? If grab a pen and put a pen below the chin or on the shadow, you can draw a line, a perfect line, how straight it was, his cheek. I will take my place in the doghouse, but I have also this on my screen. Don't lie to me. It is just me, or does he look like he was thickening the lips in the past photos, like trying to keep the mouth closed? I don't know if that's how you say it in English. I don't know what it means with teetering, like stretching. Sorry, Isis, I don't know the meaning of the word. My apologies if you want to explain in another way. That jaw, wow. You see, guys, face reading is intuitive. Now, why? No idea. Is how. Eyebrows have softened. Yeah, he become less feisty and less in control, because I think that he was losing control with the battle. And when you are sick and you require so many people around you to help you, you can pay as much money as you want to people who help you and to keep you alive. But at some point, when you need people, you become more people. It seems that his eyebrows on business side curve around a lot out of this outside of the face. What does it mean that the eyebrows goes on so far long? When you have a short eyebrows, remember Perry, our eyebrows are our intel, the process of information. When the eyebrows surpass the end of the eye of what we call the outer canter, meaning that it's a person that is going all the journey, even though if he doesn't want to go it. And you can see now that he used to have a bushy and thick eyebrows, and now he have more winged eyebrows. Winged eyebrows is start thicker and end thinner, meaning that for him finishing things were more difficult, maybe because his body is not responding, maybe because he was too medicated. No idea. Again, I'm not a doctor. What I'm saying is he was on the need to put more effort to finish things, but he finished it. That is the meaning. Compressing his lips. He's always compressed his lips. I would say from the mid 20s when he had the first surgery until he died. It was really difficult to see him smile. I don't know if something happened with his teeth. No idea. His lips are still lime. He's not saying nothing. That's what we keep saying. You're not going to see his lips showing any expression. He was froze. I think he was unable to move the face. Now I'm going to show you a video about the deposition he did, and you're going to see how scary. Oh, look who's here. Hi, love. I'm here. We miss you so much. It's not the same without you. Get better. You should be sleeping. Yes, like compressing then. Thank you, Claire. Like, yeah, he always compressing the lips. Stacy says, Perry, you're lying to to the human behavior hacky ballsy. Thank you, Stacy. Pleased to see you here, Elba. Yeah, everybody's pleased to see her, but she should be like, she have over 103 on fever. She was doing like really, really bad. Yeah, Elba, you see, everybody miss you. Please, I miss you a lot. Okay, you want to see the video of the deposition? Hey, Lynn. His eyes look even more far apart. Hello, Lynn Franklin. Let me introduce you to Lynn. I met her through a networking. I know her job from before. She's an expert in communication, rapport, and body language. If you haven't had the chance, please watch Lynn TED Talk. It's amazing. Lynn, you have more than 4.5 million views. Girl, you nail it. So please, everyone, let me introduce you to the amazing Lynn Franklin, expert in body language. Watch her TED Talk and her videos on YouTube. Lynn, it's so nice to have you here. His eyes look even more far apart. Well, they keep stretching. I don't know if he have like a bow on the back of the back, like when they tighten it. I try to be polite and not use F word, but I don't know if they tied it. But I guess that, again, it's not the why, but with all the surgeries and the stretch, the eyes look way far apart. I don't think anatomically it's possible that you do that in surgery if it's not happened or due to an accident, but they look apart. It can be the picture, but they look a little more apart. Okay, before we go to the video, one more. Susan knows my soul. Yeah, that's the reason I will not. Oh, wait a minute. I still have your video about singing Fly Me to the Moon. Let's see if I'm going to use it. Michael ears were a nice size. Seems to show extremely musical abilities, risk-taking, a fairly good physical constitution, and maybe listening skill too. Just a thought. What do you think, Susan? He didn't show his ears too much. So I love to read ears. You guys know that I like ears and eyebrows. Let's see the next one, and let's go for that, AJ. What about that? Moonlight says, hello, Lynn. People are saying hello to you. Elba says, thank you. He like a Barbie nose. Maybe he wanted to have a Barbie nose. I don't know. AJ says, great stuff, Lynn Franklin. Thank you for joining us. Yes, the small nose make it look more far apart, maybe. Yeah, and the wide jaw. It's like creepy. How wide is the jaw? But we're gonna have the comparison of the two pictures so we can go through a little more things. You're gonna see that the video finished in white. And the reason I finished the video in white is because I want you to see the duping the lie when he get away. I want you to pay attention the lip compression. And the reason I've been like building the momentum is because you're going to see how he compressed the lips all the time and how he bite the lips and how he react like, again, a 5 years old being reprimanded. This guy is accused of child molestation, sexual abuse, beside a lot of things. And that's how he react to the to the lawyer who's doing the deposition. And Elba says, I miss you all. Hope you get better soon, Elba. Elba, we love you. We miss you. You better get soon better, but take your time. Don't work, don't do anything, get better. Okay, listen to the video, watch through the image, watch the body language, and look how his eyes go all over the way. And again, look at the end when the lawyer give him the answer and how he showed duping the lie. And tell me, what is the feeling that you have when you see the duping the lie at the end?
Were you aware that Jordan Chandler or his family on his behalf filed a lawsuit against you?
Yes.
Were you aware that at some point in time in that lawsuit, Adrienne McManus gave her deposition?
I'm not positive.
Your answer confuses me. How do you mean you're not positive? You don't know whether she gave her deposition or not?
Exactly.
Do you see the smile? I would have the same smile. Who trained this lawyer? I train lawyers. I show this video all the time that what it doesn't need to get done. I can do a complete show with only this video, and I get really excited when I do these kind of things. I'm going to show you one more time. You guys want to see it? You want to stay a little 10 more minutes, and I can show you step by step what he did and how to read him? Show me a Y for yes, show me a no, or leave the chat. Sadly, I have to seek daddy now. Sending my good vibes, Elba. Thank you, Mark. You're awesome. Yes. Okay. Let's go again. I'm going to pause, so be patient with me because I don't have the video edited to be paused all the time, but let's follow the lead, okay? Let's go again.
Are you aware that Jordan Chandler or his family on his behalf filed a lawsuit against you?
Yes.
Were you aware that
Okay, wait a minute.
Jordan Chandler or his family on his behalf filed a lawsuit against you?
Yes.
Did you saw? Remember when I says when you pull away from things that you don't like? Before he answer, he pull his body away. He says yes. He lowered the eyes and he glucked. Like, I need to eat my words because I don't want to say anything else. And he pressed the lips. We have a constellation of things happening. If he would have only pulled the body, nothing. But he did everything in line. He pulled the body. He glucked. We call it gluck. I don't know how it's in English. We call it in body language because it's easy for everybody to understand because it's the sound that we do. That's what he does. And he pressed the lips. Everybody saw it? Well, I'm the only one here.
Were you aware that...
You see the gluck? It looked like a turkey.
At some point in time in that
Look at this.
Adrienne McManus gave her deposition.
I'm not positive.
Okay. Somebody can tell me what that mouse is telling? Oh, I'm losing the comment. Sorry, guys. The blink and reaction. Yeah, he started blinking. He's nervous. Look at his blink rate too as he says yes. Oh, goes ballistic. I don't follow that looking to the right, looking to the left is construct if you don't have a baseline. Now, if you know how to do it and you know how to set a baseline, he is looking like a Christmas tree, blinking. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, so much there. Slumping into the chair, swallowing is the right term. I still look. Looking up to find a memory answer, the duping delight. You nail it. Good call, Jay. Okay, let's see. I want to put all of you guys. Look at the blink of red. He looked up to make up an answer but couldn't come out with one. Then the lawyer gave him one and he smiled because he didn't have to think up one. Thank you. You see, guys, you're not lawyers, but it makes sense. I have the idea that everybody who could be involved on lawsuit with a famous person want to show up. And this was an opportunity for the lawyer who was defending, or the DA, to show up. Show up is sometimes shut up. That's what I tell the lawyers when I prepare for a trial, when I prepare witnesses, when I prepare clients, and I prepare experts. Sometimes less is more. Thank you, Claire. You nail it. Okay. Lying? No, really? Sorry. This is the first time you're here, Tracy. I just have a dark sense of humor. Like, yeah, he's lying. He's trying to come out with the best idea, with the best lie possible on how to reply, and he's all the time processing how to lie. I don't know who prepped him. That should be out of business too. Tongue protrusion, and he didn't like the question. Lips disappeared. Thank you. Yes, he was choosing his word and pretend like he was trying to recall. Great answer. Tension, yes. Hello, Rudy. Inbox me. I have a private reading for you. Hello, Rudy. Inbox. No, that is not. No idea what you're talking about. He's trying to conform himself. Oh yeah, he does that too. He did a tongue protrusion before hiding his lips. Yes. Claire says he really doesn't want to talk about the subject when he swallowed his lip like that. No, he doesn't want to. You need to. When you're on a depot, you are actually, you need to talk in a depot. And when you go into court, the lawyer can ask the judge to be harassing the witness. So they can, if the judge says permission granted, they can beat your soul verbally if they want it, and the judge allow it. And in cases like this, they tend to do it. Hey, he says not positive, then hides his lips completely. In other words, I will not say anything more. My lips are sealed. Correct. That is true. Okay. Gulp, trago bolas, swollen balls. You crack me up. You crack me up. Adore you. I got your sense of humor. I love it. Thank you, Tracy. I'm happy. I don't want to offend anyone at this on purpose. Yes, I call it gulping. Oh, so yeah. Warped chin. Okay, let's see the end. Let's see two things. How bad was the lawyer and how happy. And if I need to teach you what is duping the light, I will use this video. Swallow balls, that's just what it looked like. Guys, you are naughty today. It's Friday, long weekend.
Your answer confuses.
Did you see how he bite his lips? I'm sure he bite his nails. And when you have those stressors, like, what was the last time that you remember that you was biting your lips the way he's doing? It's looked like he's a 5 years old sitting in a chair and like, I want to know who eat all the cookies. He's all over the place, like he's turtling, biting the lips. Oh my God, this is a deposition dream for a profiler. Nope. Sorry. I says I didn't have the video ready.
Were you aware that?
Okay.
I'm not positive.
Your answer confuses me. How do you mean you're not positive? You don't know whether she gave her deposition or not?
Exactly.
He was about to reply. He was about to talk. And this dude talked over him and give him the answer. And that's what, ladies and gentlemen, we call duping the lie and profiling. He's chewing on his own lips, so telling. Oh yeah, don't even tell me. How many sets of shoulder pad is he wearing under the jacket? A lot. There was the 90s, remember? He's biting his lip like a child. Archetypally, he's a pure eyed tennis. Okay, guys, we know that I have an accent. Why are you using so difficult language? Who can pronounce this? Archetypally, he's a poor IT. Okay, I give up, Facebook user. Thank you for your comment. No idea how to pronounce it. I was just wondering about that, like an armor. Yeah, can be. You guys are going way deeper. Good call. So, who want to start? This is one of the best reading, and oh my God, it's an hour and a half. I keep promising meal save. Remember, it's going to be 45 minutes, even without Elba. I need to stop lying to myself. The lawyer needs some training in waiting and listening skill. Yeah. You don't have an idea how many lawyers I train. Remember, I do trial law consultant, and sometimes I need to slap the lawyers worse than the clients because they want to put a show and they don't know when the show needs to stop. Okay, I would say that, believe it or not, I would point the eyebrows, the eyes. I would put in the list the nose and the lips. And the chin. The chin, you see how big it is? Hey, Bonnie, I haven't seen you before here. If you had been here and I didn't mention, welcome to the club. We love to have new people. He doesn't even look like the same man. No. When people ask me or interview me and they want me to give a comment on how this can be done by IA, I always give the example of Michael Jackson. A human could be able to recognize Michael Jackson, but a computer wouldn't. When I was studying in Manchester, doing my master, they have a computer system and they were fighting to bring it to the students. So we study with that. So we need to buy it after. And I was beating the system like black and white. The system couldn't keep up with the readers that we were doing. Why? Because the cheek's position has changed. The chin has changed. The bone structure, the jaw, everything on the face changed. So how you can explain to AI that not only he changed his bone structure, how separated are the eyes, and the color change. For the one who was asking if the eyes became more separated, what happened is, I don't think there is a difference on the distance, but his first nose was white on the top and white on the bottom. Now we have a thinner nose on the top and on the bottom. So what happened with that is that the eyes look or appear to be a little more distance than they have before. Makes sense? I do not recall who asked for it, but I do think that his eyes didn't change the distance between. I think that what happened is that it's thinner. That's where I would say, Joy. Most of these pictures of him white are edited. Go find real pictures. No, they're not. At least I didn't edit it. I don't edit the pictures. That's something that I always says. The reason I put it in black and white, because so we don't get distracted by colors and shadows, and that's the only reason, Cassandra. Had been subbed to his channel a while. Excited to catch a live. Love her and on. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to the club. The eyes seems to stay spooky. Yeah, he always kind of have a shadow, black shadows all, but when he was a kid, he was so sweet. Well, you're gonna kiss him and eat him. Also kind of cat-like. Okay, guys, you having your own party here. Haha, I'm gonna use my biggest word with you, Susan. I love your accent, but I don't like when I cannot use. I cannot reply your comment. Your comment are important, are part of the show. So if I cannot produce it, I cannot say it. Too bad his before picture is so beautiful. I insist. I think that he was a beautiful person, and he was. The two photos shows me that say he wasn't comfortable with his own body image. He was seeking some kind of control. Maybe he felt he could control other things in his life. That's a psychological issue. AJ, I am not a psychology. I work in behavior. It will be responsible from my side to give to give an opinion in a matter that I don't know. If you have any background in that, I take your word for it. I tend to be really, really respectful. Sometimes I can put my foot in my mouth. At the end of the day, a human, but I don't know that. I do think it's a dysmorphia about his own image. We know you didn't Photoshop it. Thank you, Ellen. What I'm saying is I use pictures, and if it happens sometimes people send me pictures with filters to have people read from dating profiles, and it says, I'm going to tell you what I see, but I think there is a lot of happen under the filters on the show. You know that I never modify or prepare readings when I do lives. I don't like to do that. I don't have any need to lie to you. I don't find the right word now, but I don't need. I don't want to. I'm not a fraud on what I do. I prefer to be wrong than commit a fraud to be right. Don't leave us, Susan. At some point, I need to leave to go to work. I need to stay. I have a big client that I need to prepare for next week. You do well, Susan. English, one of the toughest to learn. No, I'm start learning Farsi. So let's see what happens. Okay, guys, we agree on the biggest changes on the face. And again, it's sad. Why? We don't know. How it look, that's how it look. Next week's, we're going to have live again. We are back. This, I understand just my opinion, but I respect you not wanting to comment on the psychological issues. And I appreciate it that you understand. I know that a lot of people talk about things they don't know. I'm really careful what you said, because by the way, you never know who's listening, who can take what you says as a word that as an expert, and I am not an expert on that issue. And it's a lot of people with a lot of pressure and depression, and you never know what kind of things can be triggered. So I tend to be really careful. That's the reason sometimes I stop and I think what I said and how I'm going to say it. Have you ever had contact with a giant? Justine, I never saw you before in the chat. Are you being naughty? No idea. Hi, Lynn, you're generous with your compliments and recognition as well as your information. That's why you attract a lot in interest people. Another wonderful program. Lynn, you know what, Lynn? Let's talk in private. Let's do something together. Let's put some witchcraft together. A blonde and a dark hair. Let's go dirty, girl. Okay, guys, can you do please a reading of Elizabeth Holmes' Theranos fraud trial about to come up? We can do that. She is something. Yes, is commendable. Moonlight, don't be, you're being a bitchy. Commendable, I can say that word. Ambitious, thank you. You all have a safe and good day. It's long weekend. Okay, I'm gonna put it because I don't need to hide a comment. Obviously, he's changed his face, but you calling him creepy is wrong. Look at yourself first. I like says most of the pics has been edited. Do your research, Barrett, please? The original mockshot picture. I do my research. I do look to myself first, and I probably for you and other people, I can look creepy. But your first impressions are important. And for me, he looked creepy. And maybe showing this and showing that if you have an amorphia and you change your face so much that you don't know how to stop, can help other people to understand that sometimes you need to stop, even though other people is not have the courage to say it. I respect your comment. I don't need to agree or disagree, but all the comments are put because I'm not trying to make myself look good. Thank you for your comment. Glad I caught it alive. Find this all very fascinating. Thank you, Susan. Looking forward to the next week. Me too. Moonlight, I know, it was you. It was you, my love. Love being able to watch this live grading from Mexico. Oh, what part of Mexico? I for a year in Mexico when I was 24. Best parties ever. I don't remember most of the year, but it was really good. Have a fun weekend, Susan, Elba, and everyone. Wow, Cassandra, Susan wasn't being overly mean. This was overly mean. Thank you, Ellen. AJ, you too, Perry, Moonlight. Oh my goodness. No one has been doing readings for over 30 years and recently had a giant come to my okay. No, I have been doing readings for 30 years and recently had a giant come to me. Never happened before. I'm asking all mediums. I'm not a medium. I'm not a clairvoyant. I'm not a medium. So I don't know, Justine, if you wanna text me in private. In private, no problem. Don't do that kind of work. Maybe I can send you with someone. You too. Thank you, Perry. Chihuahua. Oh, nice city. Enjoy it, Isis. Okay, guys. If you want to find out about face reading on the classes that we do, go to humanbehaviorhackerschool.com. If you want to know all the troubles that we get in and the kind of consulting we're doing, go to humanbehaviorlab.com. We just formalized a partnership with Harris Consulting Group for a new division on sales training on the company. I'm super excited. Richard and myself, we have been working for a year. We did a webinar with more than 200 and something people live. It was amazing. Next week, we're going to talk about the letters that Hitler and Handy and exchange and the kind of language they use. I'm going to study all levels this week. Thank you, Suzanne, and you all have a wonderful weekend. You too, Stacy. I can't wait to see how you evolve with your classes. We're going to talk again. We're going to talk about body language. We are pulling videos about the speeches in both the tone of voice. I will not agree or disagree with any of the things. We're going to do a behavioral analysis, and I found it fascinated the language they both use when they interact. So if you never knew, Hitler and Gandhi exchanged a lot of correspondence on the 40s, and we're going to go over the letters. I'm still looking for more letters. So if you have videos that you want us to analyze, if you have faces that you want us to analyze, please send it to us. If you want to contact me, Susan at humanbehaviorlab.com. If you want to contact Elba in Spanish or in English, you can contact her at elba@humanbehaviorlab.com. And remember, if you want to subscribe to our channel, go to Susan Iwitz at Human Behavior Lab, hit the bell so you know when we're going live with all the videos and material that we do. Email your information to info@humanbehaviorlab, and we're going to do a raffle next week. Since I was all alone today, I couldn't manage to do the raffle. My apologies, but I was expecting to put more material and add more videos. And the raffle is going to be live next week. Guys, always, always is a pleasure to be here with you. The show is not about me, it's your show. My only job here is to make it happen, the more make a Friday entertain. I highly recommend Susan courses. They're incredibly interesting and rooted in her analytic approach. These are a skill that no anyone can learn with study. Thank you very much, my love. You has been one of my first students. Thank you, beautiful Susan. Much appreciated. Thank you, Moonlight. Thank you for not using any word, any complicated words. And the message. Guys, I will see you next Friday. Have a wonderful long weekend. Be safe. Things are complicated out there. Look like we're going to go back to this horrible lock. We are back on mass. So learning face reading and being here on Friday when we can analyze other things beside the mouth maybe can help you to have a better relationship with others. Thank you for being here. See you next Friday. Ciao.